Okay, guys, so I just entered my men's club for the first time since I started my swing evolution. My handicap is 2.5. I'm playing in the A flight with the five-time champion Maurice Mo Mishuk, who's one of my great friends, and he's the one that's encouraged me to do this. And I've put in a lot of hard work. Um, very much since July. So July, August, September, October, now it's November. And I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring. And I think the victory is that I've devoted time to my game. The results will come. Hopefully I can learn from today, remain patient, stay within myself, get out of my own way, and let the game come to me. But it is what it is. I just have to just do my best and enjoy myself out there and let the chips fall where they may. So at any rate, God bless you guys. I hope you hit them long and hit them straight. Good morning, Miracle Swingers. I have got some wonderful news to share with you. So if you saw the intro, you saw me warming up for my first tournament in 4 years. I haven't played a tournament since I held the MSC golf tournament in 2018, and I just joined the men's club at Eaton Canyon. My friend, the five-time club champion, last weekend saw me teaching the intensive and asked me how my game was going. His name is Mo. He's just a wonderful guy who's supported me this whole time. I said, I'm playing the best golf of my life. And he said, well, you should join the men's club. And you know what? I've always been putting it off because I didn't want to play until I felt I could win it. Okay. And that means, the men's club championship, A flight. Mo has won it 5 times. Chris Bowler has won it 5 times. These guys are sticks, and I have looked up to them my entire swing evolution. So I finally threw my hat in the ring. And this video, I'm going to tell you the whole story about me getting into tournament golf. Finally, I've been teasing you guys saying, hey man, I got something I want to tell you, but I wasn't ready to tell you yet, okay? So I've been slowly putting my scores together to create a handicap. In July, I started getting up, well before dawn every morning to go practice on my short game. And now the thing that's most important about me entering my first golf tournament, really, is the fact that, well, I've played in tournaments before, but not in forever. I was calm, okay? So let me tell you real quick. I started off bogey, triple bogey, okay? But I didn't lose it. I stayed calm. I was nervous, but I didn't lose my mind, okay? From hole number 3 to the end of the day, I tied the 5-time club champion. He ended up shooting 74. I shot 78. And would you believe it, in the A flight, I came in second place. And so we also played with Tony, the current club champion, and I actually played a little bit better than Tony. So it told me something extremely important. It told me that I actually have the game to be able to be in the mix for the club championship, which is next July. So I'm telling you today that I have the intention to play in the club championship, and I want to do my best to win the whole thing. And so what does that mean? It means being responsible for my game. It means getting better at my short game. I've been doing all this short game work, and I'm going to tell you, I was so nervous on the second hole. I was over the cart path in some pine straw, bladed it over the green. Then I had an easy chip back to the hole, hit it too hard. I was just like, hit it over the green a second time. And then I hit a crappy chip like 10 feet long. And then I two-putted for a triple. And I'm just like, ooh. And I pulled out this note, okay? this note I wrote myself in the morning at my desk before I went to go play. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm going to read it out to you. The first one is enjoy yourself and smile. So I just said, you know what? I'm out here playing with my buddy Mo and Tony, Mo's boss Doug. It was, just a round of golf, okay? The last time I played in 2018 in a tournament, I mean, I was grinding like a maniac the whole. It was not fun. So I knew I would not be able to play any tournament golf if I'm not able to find the joy in it. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is breathe. I made a note to myself to remember to breathe. And I do yoga style breathing, especially when I start to get tense. I breathe in, I hold it for a few counts. I breathe out, I hold it for a few counts. I sometimes do Ujjayi breath. You can look that up, Ujjayi. It's called victorious breath. But breathing is extremely important to play good golf. Now, here's the next note. Your angels are stronger than your demons. I have a lot of mental scar tissue. That's what I've talked about. I'm afraid. I get scared. I've played a lot of really bad golf in my life, and I'm trying to get over that. But my angels are stronger than my demons. My game and my technique is stronger than my fears and worries about the way I used to hit the ball. I've grown as a golfer to where my angels are stronger than my demons. And the fourth one is be the observer. Okay? And so what does that mean? So have you ever said to yourself, I can't believe I did that? So there's the person that did that, and there's the person observing it that can't believe that this person did that, okay? This is the observer. It's like we see ourselves. You can get caught up in your own tragicomedy out on the golf course where it's like, woe is me. Oh, I can't believe what's happening. What a bad break. And just get so down on yourself. But if you can be the observer and step outside of it, take the 30,000 foot view, you realize that, the birds don't care that you lipped out, that you're under the lip of a bunker or whatever it is. It's like you got to get out of the central tragedy of your golf game to be able to play a bigger game. Become the observer and see it that way. So what I'm proud of is I stuck with my process for every shot. I didn't, unless it was an inch from the hole, I didn't just tap in a ball. Every putt, I lined it up, breathed, and went through my process. Every shot, I stuck with my process. And so I'll tell you this. I shot 41 on the front. I was like, man, I'm going to break 80. And I had to tell myself, I was like, you know what? If the guys in the club, they see that you broke 80, you shot over 80. I've done it a few times this year. My two highest scores this year are 84s. So I'm like, it's not the end of the world. It happens. This is your first golf tournament. The accomplishment is just to be there. Okay? Just to enter into the tournament is the accomplishment. So I meditated in the morning. I prayed in the morning. I asked for contentment. I did a yoga practice to warm up and loosen my body before I played. I had a nice process, and I couldn't believe that I was able to. I was 1 under for the last 6 holes. I started the back 9. I started just I started striping it like a couple holes before the end of the front 9. I started really humming. And I missed a handful of short birdie putts. I only made 1 birdie on number 16. And I'll tell you, it could have been many more than that. That's always shoulda, woulda, coulda with golf. But I realize, maybe take that triple bogey out of the round, and a couple other little mistakes. Oh, I have the one lesson I want to leave you guys with that was so important that I learned. And it was when I missed a short birdie putt, inside 5 feet. It was a little breaking putt on, it's like number 13. And so I was going back and forth. The guys were taking a while to get to the green. I absolutely smoked a drive, pured a wedge, 5 feet right of the cup. It was a right to left breaker. And I was sitting there drilling down on that putt. I'm like, okay, this breaks from right to left. I'm going to play it on the right edge of the cup, maybe a half a ball outside to the right. Okay, I stood up over the ball, and my feet felt like they were 3 inches below the ball. And I'm like, that ball's going to break more than a half a ball. You're going to have to play that outside of the hole. And, I'm like, trust the read, man, trust the read. And I missed it low. And, it just, but I hung in there. I just kept hitting greens, man. I started hitting a lot of greens. But here's the thing. Now, and then I birdied the next hole a couple of holes later. So my deal is I want to stand at address before I read the putt, okay? The first thing I do now is I'm going to walk up and I'm going to feel with my feet what the putt feels like before I start to look at it from behind, crouching down and all that. So that's a big piece of advice that I want to share with you guys because it happened several times that my feet were telling me a different story. But the great news is, guys, it's the over-the-top miracle swing that's given me the confidence to finally enter tournament golf. Okay, I can trust my swing. I have time to work on my short game. And that's literally what has kept me from making the plunge was inconsistency with my game. And this year I've been probably the most consistent ever. And, if I can really become a master, like Gary Player told me, from 50 yards and in, if I had Mo's game from 50 yards and in, I would have probably shot 66. Like that's, I think I get real nervy on these little touch shots. And I think that it's still, I have to put in the reps and put in the time so that it is absolutely second nature. And Tiger Woods, I'm going to leave you with this last thing that Tiger Woods said when he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. He said, why are you expecting results when you haven't put in the effort? Okay. So a lot of my swing evolution, I tried to get the most with the least amount of effort. Now I realize for me to be who I want to be in the game of golf, it's going to require a lot of effort. Okay. So I'm willing to do that. I'm shooting for the Men's Club Championship in July 2023. I hope you guys will support me. If you want to support me, join MSE TV. We can all get better together. I'll be sharing my journey to the club championship on MSE TV. You can pick up the new yoga video on MSE TV. And please don't forget, my new book is coming out Black Friday, Jack Dagger, A Lynx Tale. I think it's going to be a pretty incredible. I hope you like it. I'm a professional writer. I think that it's the golf story I've always wanted to tell. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you hit them long and hit them straight.
Are you ready to experience your very own miracle? Christo Garcia, the man who swung as Ben Hogan on the Golf Channel's special Hogan, has created the most controversial and effective golf training program in history.
The old PGA pros, they had this much simpler kind of wisdom. That's what I'm talking about, my friend.
What made the most sense was learning how to put leverage on the shaft.
It's a miracle.
That's the OTT.
Do you have a burning desire to get better at golf?
Like that.
Are you frustrated by overcomplicated modern golf instruction? Well, your prayers have been answered.
OTT! Now's your chance to learn the over-the-top miracle swing. Only at myswingevolution.com.